a fan waited for me in my car that was picking me up from a TV show. She had gotten into the back seat somehow. I don't know how she got back there. And it just kind of went, oh. Hey there, I'm Adam Lambert, and I'm going to answer some teenage trivia on The Kelly Clarkson Show. Okay, so my first teenage crush was on Leonardo DiCaprio in Romeo and Juliet. It gave me a lot of feelings. His hair was delightful. All I wanted was hair like that. I remember trying gel to get that wet look that he was always sporting, and it never looked quite right. I had to have highlights like Leo. He was really cool and real cute and a good actor. Ooh, the first song I ever made out to, I actually don't know the song, but I know the album was The Cranberries. Was it? I don't remember the song though. It might have been Zombie. That's when the makeout got a little more hot and heavy. And when it started, it was probably Linger, or maybe that was after, because it lingered. The coolest thing I owned when I was 16 would be my Volvo station wagon. Very cool. It was cream with a camel interior, vinyl seats, not leather, and actually, come to think of it, I didn't own it. Mom and Dad did. I didn't own it. I was just driving it. And then I crashed it. So I only had it for about 6 months. The best relationship advice that I ever got was something more recently from a friend who said that they read it somewhere, and I don't remember where, but talking about acceptance as being a big key to a healthy and long-lasting relationship. I mean, once the honeymoon phase is over, you start finding things about your partner that might bother you or that you don't love. But it's all about accepting them as a whole thing, not just for the things you like. No one person can be perfect. No one person can be the best ideal partner. There's gonna be flaws, and it's about loving all of them, the good and the bad. The most memorable job I had as a teenager would be working at Starbucks. I worked there for about 6 months at the beginning of the second half of my junior year of high school, and I was really caffeinated. I mean, the coffee was free. I was flying. Oh, I lied to my teacher about why I was late to school all the time. I was a nice kid, but I was always late, and nothing's really changed. I'm still terrible with time. I'm always tardy. I'm a procrastinator. Part of the way I work is that I like waiting till the last minute and then scrambling. I find it exciting, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I was late to school on many mornings. I liked to sleep in. Couldn't get myself together in time. So I would come up with all sorts of stories. I'd be like, oh yeah, my dog was throwing up and I had to clean up the throw up. I'm so sorry. My mom and my dad asked me to do it because they could, I would make up big elaborate stories and then smile and kind of flirt with the ladies that were taking the late slip in, and I did my best. The most embarrassing date I ever went on was one where it was a setup, the friends set me up with a guy and we sat down at dinner and it was just crickets. It was so awkward. We couldn't seem to find a conversation to start, and it was so strange. And I'm a talker. I can talk about anything with anybody, but it was talking to a brick wall. It was a long time ago. I was 26 maybe. It was pretty bad. My perfect partner is, it has to do with intelligence and humor and how they kind of work together. At this point, I think I've learned, obviously you want someone to be attractive and beautiful and irresistible, and all of that is great, but I'm also learning as I get older, that's all temporary anyway. And kind of like what I was saying earlier, like the honeymoon phase can wear off, and then what? Then what do you have? So my perfect partner is somebody that is curious and inquisitive and likes to explore things mentally and also likes to go exploring, likes to travel. Someone who's a little restless if they're just sitting still for too long. The wildest thing a fan has ever done, and I've told this story a few times, but a fan waited for me in my car that was picking me up from a TV show. She had gotten into the back seat somehow. I don't know how she got back there. She was sitting there in the back seat when I got into the other side of the back seat. And I just kind of went, oh. And she wouldn't look at me. She was kind of like, if I just stare at the back of the chair in front of me, he won't see me. It was very weird. And so I just like, the security guy that had ushered me, I like kind of rolled down the window. I was like, we have a visitor. I don't know who she is. So it was quite funny. So thank you so much for playing Teenage Trivia with me here on the Kelly Clarkson Show. I love you all. I hope everybody's hanging in there and light at the end of the tunnel. This is all going to be over soon.